Good morning! Okay, cool. We are online on both. Yes! Success. Oh, and I messed my background up. Hold on. I gotta fix it. Nope. How do I fix that? There we go. Haha! It's lined up now. Alright! You guys on Instagram can't see it, but you guys on Facebook and YouTube can. So, I fixed it. It was misaligned. Da-da-da. We have people already. Cindy, always right in one of the first spots. Cindy, good morning. Haley, good morning. I just saw Haley. She's in Canada. She was here for Downtown Live, which is the show that I will talk about in a minute. We have Laura Rocksmith, who apparently needs a dose of... Where'd it go? It's a button. Where'd it go? Where's a hat? There it is. Magic. We have Teresa. Good morning, Teresa. You get a pony sound. We have Julie. Good morning, Julie. Katie, good morning. Sally, good morning. I actually got notifications today. That's awesome. I don't know how you 100% make that work. So I'm assuming there's a button you can push to make sure you get notifications. Because if you're following on Facebook, you can have notifications, and then same on YouTube, you can click the little bell thing to be notified. So if you subscribe and then... or I don't need, do you need to, I don't know. There's a button you push that's like, follow the person, and then there's a button you push to get notifications, and then on Facebook, you can do the same thing. I'm not sure how Instagram works for notifications for that. We have Amy, good morning. Brenda, good morning. Biter and Adonis on a turntable. Ooh. I got the turntable to make hopefully my scanner work at some point when I have time to set that up. And then I got it for photography, so I can do videos in the round a little bit easier without it being choppy, and better photographs so that they're all kind of the same level instead of me adjusting things too much. Because it'll actually do little tiny increments too, which is kind of neat, or bigger increments, however you want to do it, which is perfect for scanning, and then for showing stuff, because spinny pony. I like spinny ponies. We have Anna. Anna, how's it going? Rosemary, good morning. Holly, good morning. I have still 50 to send, almost, just under. So, long story short, I'm still working on the batch that I've been working on for, it seems like, eternity. And that's because the lovely our version of the IRS, so the Canadian Revenue Agency, contacted me and said, hey, you're late in filing your taxes. We need them yesterday. And there's no margin for anything. So I basically had to drop everything to do that. I could show you the 5 bajillion stacks of all the receipts and all the paperwork I'm having to deal with. It's a lot. So I have stuff slowly that I've been working on in between sanity breaks with that, but I still have a little bit of that last batch to ship before we move on to, I believe it's piranhas next. Let me double check. And I will let you guys 100% know, because I know that was supposed to go out for Briarfest, and then between life and show, and then with my grandmother's estate, we're trying to get all that stuff sorted out, and it looks like the executor might be stealing, to put it politely. She's basically said that all the bank accounts were transferred into her name, and it was a gift, a post-mortem gift, and yeah, that's not gonna look pretty, I'm sure, in a bit. So yeah, that's fun. It's always great when somebody steals from your dead grandmother. When it's not hers, everything should technically be going to the next of kin, which is my father. So people are assholes. And if she's watching, which she probably isn't because she doesn't give two hecks, but yeah, so not cool. She was the first one in the apartment too and took a whole bunch of stuff of value, and it's just kind of gross, actually. I gave her the benefit of the doubt originally, and I'm learning more and more as things aren't lining up that she's not the person that I kind of, well, you give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove you wrong generally. She's definitely proven me wrong, so not good human. So there's that. So between that and the taxes and the show and the crazy and the, yeah. But we're working on it. Hopefully I'll have this done this week, and then the last of these biters will get to ship out hopefully in the next couple of days for this batch, and then I will move on to the next one. For you ever patient souls, I haven't done any work on the other sculptures, but once we get these ones out and then a little bit more progress on the biters, I'll hopefully get those in the queue to have molds done and then castings done, and then those ones won't be sold if they're not cast. So there won't be a wait on those ones. So for the ever patient biter people, you guys are amazing, and I'm trying to learn, and hopefully we'll have things just as they are ready to ship. Then we have boxes. Is better, maybe. I don't know. It'll go slower, and there'll be people that would rather just wait and be guaranteed one, but I can't make everybody happy. So I have just a couple left in this batch for Piranha, and then we are moving on to Queen Snapper. And then there's not a lot of batches after that, and some of those batches are smaller, it looks like. So it won't be too crazy. For whatever reason, U is a big batch. Really big batch. But yeah, that'll be a thing. So yeah, there's not too many more to go, and then hopefully the last of these go fairly quickly. I think that we had a lot without bases, which does go a lot faster, because the bases all have to be custom fit to the feet. So all this has to be dremeled out, and then epoxy put in there, her feet plunked in there, and usually feet adjusted because they sometimes don't come straight out of the mold, so you got to make sure they go in the right place, and then clean it all up and make it kind of match the rest of the base. So yeah, that's fun. Didn't plan on that initially when I did the edition. I thought it was all going to be easy, and then she was like, no, I'm going to be a total jerk the whole time. Make you work for it. Which, I don't know if that's just the theme for the model horse universe these days, but it seems like I'm not the only one having some challenges with that. So I am trying to get them shipped out as fast as possible and sending out stuff. And then we have the Medallion Club coming up for the end of this month, and that will be really fun because we have a new anniversary gift and the medallion this month. More tame hair. So if you like more tame hair, you'll enjoy this. And it's a little bit more performance oriented, and that's the only surprises that I will give you. So yeah, we have lots of people joining on Instagram. We have Face Collection. Hello. Heras. I can't pronounce the last part. Hello. Some of these names I can't pronounce. We have John. Hello, John. He did an awesome fire heart not long ago, which is very, very cool. And I actually saw a Fritz he did in person the other day at the show. Mama Goose. Hello, Mama Goose. Atlantic Briars. Hello. AQHA Mom 2. Lots of people. Sweet. Oh. And it wants me to comment, so I'm not going to do that. Gotta let do things. Sweet. All right. So I'm going to go back here so I can see what's going on. Sally's saying Facebook is weird. For a while it was giving me notifications for things I didn't want. Couldn't turn them off. Yeah. Meta. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but I was put in Facebook jail several times over the last week. I have no idea. Maybe they're like, no more ponies for you. I have no clue. They don't tell you why. They just, so the first one was a, 3-day ban. I wasn't allowed to post or like or share or anything that includes the studio page for 7 days. And then the other day, for 3 days? 3 days. I think it was 3 days. And then the other one was 24 hours. I'm like, what did I do? Just tell me what I did so I don't do that. Or I can understand. I don't know. Nobody knows. But they're banning all sorts of news and stuff in Canada, so I'm sure I said something that the Canadian government probably didn't like, and they were like, nope, you can't say you don't like your government. Nope. This is the world we're coming to. I live in a totalitarian state. It's fantastic. Yay, Canada. So what else we got? Teresa's saying, my sister stole from me when my parents passed. Not fine. So there's actually a history of the theft in the family. If I remember correctly, my great aunt, my grandma's sister, took her mom's chunk, like my grandma's mother, my great grandma passed. She took a whole bunch of the estate and was like, oh yeah, I needed it for stuff. And then went and bought like a motorhome and a whole bunch of things. And they have, like, that side of the family has a fair bit of money. And own their own business that they sold, and like it's not, yeah. So, I don't know. It's gonna not be pretty, and I'm trying not to get too involved, and then there's confusion because there was no official will. There was like scribbles on a paper, and there's part of me that's kind of happy I don't have kids to like pass all this on to and be like, free for all. Come get the horses. Whoever finds out, if you know my address. I don't even know. It's just crazy. And it just gets nasty. We've had history in the family where people have fought over estates and it just tore it to pieces and then there's been nothing left. And I'm not interested in money or being manipulated by money. Like, you need money obviously to survive. So there's a certain level of you need to have it, but I don't need it to come from my family. I've never been financially supported by my family. And I basically, like, my student loan, my dad wrote a letter to the government saying, I don't have money, I don't support what she's doing, which is art, and she can just go do whatever. I have zero ties to her financially. It's like, basically, I disown my child, government, you deal with her. So, I've never, and my mom didn't have money well, they had money, but it was in drugs and stuff, so that's different. It's not legal money. And if the CIA is watching, or whatever the Canadian version of that is, have fun. But it's ridiculous. So for people that fight over that, and there's this expectation that there's this crazy stuff going on, I don't even know. It's silly. Everybody just don't fight over money. Don't rip families apart over money. It's dumb. But if somebody steals, fair game to take them to court for fraud, not doing their duties as an executor, and theft. And my dad likes to get lawyery, so that'll be fun. Anyway, we have Holly saying roached mane, ? Maybe. More tame hair. Amy, how dare you like ponies and want to share awesome things? I know, I just get banned all the time. I don't understand. And it's not like I'm in Facebook jail a lot. It was just a whole bunch of times in the last little bit, and it's since this C11 Acty newsy thing passed in Canada, so I don't know. Teresa said she stole from my son as well. Love her more than staff. Let it go. Her husband is a very bad influence. Yeah, people get crazy over money. Like, there's a reason why they say the root of all evil is money, because it makes people crazy in the head. Fame makes people crazy in the head. So if you have that predisposition to falling into these little traps of fame or pride and ego or money, like, they call them the 7 deadly sins for a reason, and whether you believe in religious stuff or not, you have to admit that there's this weird mind twist that goes in people's heads when these things get involved. And it's like, oh, well, my ego could be involved and I could be embarrassed, or, oh, there's money involved, and if I just did this one little thing that no one will ever know about, that it only involves integrity, then, or they might not find out about for 500 years, like certain other politician people were apparently finding out about. It's like, you guys, it's this, if you don't have that moral, intrinsic, good integrity, then there's so much more slippage. It's like all these banana peels just waiting to trip you up in life, and it's crazy. And yeah, it's mind-blowing how crazy, like, insidious it can get in the mind. And then usually once it's a slippery slope. Once there's that little bit, then it's you don't think anything's wrong anymore, and you'll just do whatever, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then that's when you see people that were one thing originally and now they're a very different thing over here. It's that internal integrity's just, they've fallen down that slippery slope. It's crazy. Amy's like, Raven breathe. I just it's been this whole thing. I don't know if this is God or the universe or whatever trying to teach me to just let stuff go, which I think it is, because the biter thing has been, I wouldn't say a catastrophe, because that's taking it a step too far. It's like, oh, you want this, and you're gonna, like, try and open it up for everybody, and you tested the castings, and they look like they were gonna be great, and then now it's just this crazy, like, everything all at once. Like, my grandma passed, and that brings family back into my life, like my dad, that I haven't talked to in probably 15 years. I don't even know how long it's been now. Thank goodness my mom's not coming out of the woodwork for who knows what yeah. And it's just been crazy. Like, absolutely, absolutely crazy. This last little bit. So I'm trying to get my brain back together, but I definitely feel like I'm coming out of this with learning how to deal with my anxiety a little bit better and learning how to deal with depression a little bit better. There's definitely been a couple of dark spots of, like, there's just so much. And I feel guilt whenever I don't ship things, and it feels like I've been on the same frickin' biter batch forever. Thank God for Jen and Tom with shipping the scuttles and getting those out, because as soon as invoices have been paid for those, they've been shipping. And the club hasn't gotten behind, which is good. But man, like, maybe it's like, be less extra, or be the same extra in smaller doses, because then I feel like the Briarfest thing needs to be crazy, and every Medallion Club release needs to be the best ever, and every, like, extra I put in those needs to be the best ever. I need to do more contests. Like, it's just, it doesn't end. My brain's just, like, has the aspirations to do magnificent things, and maybe I just need to hire a team of, like, 50 people to get all these things done. And then there's stuff going on in the background that I can't even talk to you guys about and tell you about. Like, I've got the 2 resins I'm working on. I've got other projects I'm working on that I haven't shown you guys yet. There might be things that I can't show you guys. Like, there's so much going on. So endless patience is much appreciated is where I'm going with this. And I am human, and I'm working on these things too. And maybe once I get these things done, I've talked about doing, like, an artist's vloggy thing, and I know I call these kind of vlogs, and they kind of are vlogs because it's the same stuff, but a little bit more condensed, less like general updates and more like mental health and art and model horses and stuff like that, and how to learn and progress and deal with anxiety and all those insecurities, because every single thing I ship, whether it's a medallion or a free frickin' anything, like if I'm giving away a medallion, I worry about, is the person gonna like it? Is it the breed that they like? And even for free things. It's so much internal pressure on myself. It's unnecessary. This is maybe what's being beaten into my head slowly with all these things. It's like, maybe if you're loaded up with 500 bajillion things, you'll just let loose a little bit. Like, even the taxes, the reason why they're late is because I'm like, I need to be perfect at it, and I need to know how all these things need to be aligned, and there's so many intricacies that you need to know. Oh, we have an accountant. I could just ask, or he fixes it. He'll, like, if it's not correct, he goes in and he's like, oh no, this was supposed to be classified as that. Why so much internal? So this is a joint. Let's take a collective breath. Don't need to do this to ourselves. Learn from me. Yeah, so that's the thing. Potato is doing well. Potato went to the show. There's been jokes that we'll call him Peppy Patat. That was the working kind of name, so maybe he'll just have to be Peppy Patat. What is it doing? Facebook just crashed. Please wait. There we go. It's reconnecting. I apologize very much to poor Facebook people that are like, what the hell? And I'm trying to follow along with Instagram comments, and it is, we have Briar C, we have the Pony Queen, excellent. Green Cheek Studios. Hopefully you're enjoying my poor rants. Hold on. Holding for processing. Let me see if it's working. I am making a horrible face on the front of my thing. It's still showing is working. But I don't see it up here. Give me 1 second while I just check to make sure it's still working on the other platform. So Instagram, you guys are live. It looks like it's going okay, but I can't see it on the screen. So I will continue, and people in chat, if they can't see me, let me just check. Let's see. It says I was gone, then I'm back. Man, you froze. Back up and working, says Haley from Facebook. Cool, because I can't see it on my screen, but I did check and it looks. Amy's like, I want to give you the biggest hug. Overwhelming, tough year. Please don't feel like you need to do all the things, but I need to do all the things. This is lesson. Don't need to keep it simple. Don't do all the things. Yeah. So it's a thing. But yeah, so I come from a family of trolls. This is how I know not to feed the trolls. I've had family like creep my internet, like not my internet, my social media, trying to look for like updates and things I'm doing. And then I've had people that have like, they watch the live streams trying to see if I make some sort of mistake that they can get me canceled for. It's like, you guys, they're model horses. Chill. Chill. It was so nice to go to a show and have it be fun and just be silly and enjoy yourselves with our plastic ponies. And there was people that are like, wait. This is my pony. It's very serious. You judge my pony best or else. It's like, I judge the novice class, and telling a novice, put your pony on the table and you may love your pony, and that is the most important part of the whole thing. But everybody, it's a mixture of realism and art. And there's going to be people that hate Arabians, and they won't place them. It doesn't matter how good they are. There will be people that hate a certain painter's style, and they'll be like, no, I'm not placing it because I don't like that style. Even if it's the most realistic or the most creative or the most, like, it's art. The art factor, even in real horses, it's not always going to be, there's subjectiveness there. People like big eyes. Some people don't like big eyes. Some people think that a long neck is beautiful, and some people think that the long neck is horrible and it's going to break and that's bad. There's so much subjective nature to it that you almost, there's people that collect because, welcome to my rant. There's people that collect because they place. So they'll be like, this placed first, so I will keep this horse, and I will keep showing this horse. And there's other people like, it did not place first. Screw that horse, I'm selling it. Or I'm throwing it in the garbage as I toss a fire heart across the floor. It is a custom I'm working on, and they're resilient. So, trying to tell novices that there's so much subjective nature in it, and you will do best if you can cater your show string to what the judge wants. So you go through all your horses, and if you know who's judging, you can kind of cater it a little bit to that judge. Because some judges will like buckskin or appy, or they really like Morgans, or so in your breed classes, you can show one thing, and then when you're showing gender, you can be like, oh, they really like Arabs, so there's my Arab. Or they really like Bay Arabs, or they really like glossy buckskin quarter horses, or whatever, right? Or they hate the Fireheart mold, then don't show Fireheart, or do, whatever. It's model horses. We live in a world of subjective, wonderful creativity, and just go and enjoy yourselves. And laugh at the drama, and poke the trolls, and laugh at them, and share love, and not the crazy. So, welcome to my TED Talk. Have a nice day. So on that note, I did get stuff in the mail. I got an Adonis, and I did order from the Second Chance sale, so I'll have a Nemea coming because I have Pharaoh and Caves of Lascaux. So apparently I'm doing a little baby shelf that has historical decorators because that's the thing. But I got Adonis, and he does only have one peg, but the base is fairly sturdy, and it is one piece. I thought it was glued at the top for whatever reason. It's kind of neat that it's transparent. I mean, so this is the boy. And for those of you wondering if he's going to lose his head, I already have plans. But we have to make it through taxes and biters and be responsible hobby humans first. I want to behead things so bad. So bad. So, sorry, Heather. He's gorgeous. I love him. I can't wait to see him in other colors. And he did a great job. But this one has flaws, so off with his head. He's very, very cute. They did a really good job on the shading, too. So he's going to be really fun. I really like how the hair was done. It's got a lot of movement. There wasn't, like, sometimes you see hair being an afterthought. This was not an afterthought. There's, like, a lot of 3D neatness in all the positions, because that's what you want in a sculpture. As it's turning, you want it to be interesting from all the angles. And this one definitely has that. Some people have pointed out his boy bits kind of went missing a little bit. So, I don't know if that's so... You can't really easily make him a mare. Unless they take a whole bunch of that crest. But, maybe. I don't know. Their little bits do go when they rear, so that they're not dangling around usually. And so partially for protection and warmth, and they're stretching, so... And they also don't want to get bit or kicked or anything in their bits. So, that's the thing. Normally, in the hobby, they'd be sculpted just for detail. Sometimes we do things that aren't necessarily correct for reasons. But, sausage! Sausage. He's so cute. So yeah, he's going to lose bits, and he's going to keep fighting with Biter for now. He's even got like a little wrinkle on his fella that I really like. See it? It's kind of cool. Where all the flesh goes. Like if you're bending your wrist and you get the little... Here, keep fighting her. And in that box, I also got the Fire Heart Towel, which is available in the Briar store. And yes, I have to pay for all these things like a normal peasant. Because we're all hobby people and they make me buy my own art. Because I sold it to them. So it actually has like a very... almost like the blanket does. Like it's got this microfibery, really soft, velvety... You can see the sheen to it. And then the underside is white. And it's like a reasonable size. Like I'm 5'9", and it comes to my shoulders. So, pretty long towel. But really, really fun. I like his little fire feet. So hopefully they make a decorator like that, because that's just teasing. Look at his little fire face. I'm not sure I'll use it as a towel, but I might hang it in the studio, because it's cool. So I got that in the mail, and then at the show I harassed Darren, and she sold me a coloring book. She has these available through, I believe, her store, as well as on Amazon. So it's Horse Coloring Book by Darren, DJB Studios. It has an IBSN. Oh, I've got stuff in there. And I got stickers. Because we have to get Darren stickers. That's just how that works. More Darren stickers. Saluka. And this guy. He's so cute. I like appies. And they're all fun line art with her like sketchy line style. There's some pretty cool poses in there. So if you want a coloring book for awesomeness, Darren has this on her stuff. I also have mine still on Amazon. They go on sale every once in a while through Amazon. It has nothing to do with me. I do not have any more physical copies, but I have copies of the PDF that I think are normally up on the site. If they're not up on the site, I can put them back up on the site. But pretty cool. I love coloring things. And there's a whole bunch of examples of how awesome you could color them. The line style goes really well with colored pencil because if you're keeping it kind of sketchy and loose, the color translates pretty good. Otter ponies. And supporting other hobby people is awesome. I did see that Kylie's working on something original, which is exciting. It's a derpy lying down faced doing that thing. I don't know if it's just getting up. It's like, I don't know. It's funny to like see the art and then try and imagine what's going on in the artist's head, because a lot of times it's coming from internal emotions and stuff. So I find it kind of fascinating. What does that say about my peppy potato? I like snacks. That's exactly what it says. And I really, I'm in a phase of like romancy, essency, like, I don't even know the word for that. There's probably a good German word for that. Collective gasp as I throw. Yeah. I'll go get him. So he's kind of up on his back feet with his head turned. I just heated and repositioned him right when I first got him. So he was probably on one of the streams way back when, but I haven't shown him in a long time. So one day I will finish the things. Your rant helped me. I've been struggling with my collection and the hobby in general, especially with my paintwork. It's very encouraging rant. Thank you, Holly. So the hobby is a really hard place, especially as an artist, because you're always like, there's flavors that people get really excited about, and your particular style might not jive with everyone, and there's actually a good chance it won't jive with everybody just out of statistical probability. Like, there's always going to be somebody with a different flavor, or they're not going to like it. There was stuff that placed at the show that I wouldn't have placed first, but the person who placed it first obviously liked it the best. So it is what it is. And everybody has a different experience with anatomy and conformation. Some people will take a pretty paint job over good conformation, or the other way around. Or they just hate gray horses. We have judges that don't like grays, and if you put grays in their classes, they're not going to do very well. It doesn't even matter if the best of the best shows up. It's not their thing. So that subjective component, you always have to kind of measure your internal being to that and be like, not everybody has to like it. Does everybody have to like chocolate ice cream? No. Does everybody have to like bubblegum ice cream? You're wrong, but no. Or like black licorice. Then you get into the contentious stuff, right? Like it's like that. There's flavors of ice cream in model horses, and not everybody's gonna like everything. And then some people are gonna prefer gelato, and some people are they don't like cones. They'd rather in a bowl. Like, they'd rather their ice cream be in a taco. Or mochi. Mochi's really good. So yeah, there's all this stuff, and try not to get caught up in like the 3 people that may not like what you're doing. And everybody has an opinion. I would go with ones that you ask for versus other ones. And Brenda says, I love my ponies. If they show well, that's awesome. If they don't, they're still loved. That is the point. The point is that you love them. Love your ponies. And if you don't love your ponies, then maybe find new ponies. If you're collecting to impress other people or to win prizes, it's not as fun. So, off with his head. Dale Ann saying, I love listening to your thoughts. We think so much the same in so many areas. Well, that's why you're here, probably. Because if you didn't think the same, or at least be open to some of what I say, then you'd be like, yeah, I'm not listening to this crazy person. I want to buy the ponies to win the things, damn it. And there's maybe a place for that, I guess, if you're showing and there's big prizes like Briarfest. Maybe you're catering some of your collection to win there, but it's still not as fun because you bring it home and it maybe it won under that judge and it won you a valuable prize or whatever, but maybe you don't like it. And you're like, I think that thing's hideous, but the judge likes it, so I bring it and it wins things. So that's its purpose in life. I feel bad for those ponies. Let's see. I think Maggie Bennett called it schlorping. That's a good word for it. In love with his big old Roman nose. We need more. I love the silhouette. So an important part of sculpture is if you were to black this out and put a light behind it, how would that silhouette look in full 3D as you're turning it? Is it interesting from all angles? Is it recognizable, or is it boring? If you have something that has a silhouette that's very static, it's not going to be very interesting, and that's even when people see it in color in 3D, like, or better photos of it. So one of the tricks for sculpting, just in general, is making sure that your silhouette is very distinctive. That's why when Breyer puts things on like t-shirts and does the silhouette, or bags, or their boxes with all the little horse silhouettes on it, that's why they're using a lot of the iconic Moody molds, is because there's that silhouette, there's that recognizable like oomph to it. It has that spirit, and that's kind of the point, right? So that's tricks. Katie's gonna customize hers. Give it to her mom for Christmas. Ooh, Phantom of the Opera. My mom writes her own version, is available on Amazon. That's really cool. Maybe drop the link in the comments, Katie. We'll take a peek. Blanket. The towel's basically a blanket. Especially because it's black, you could lay on the beach and like absorb warmth. Or it could be a cape. Make a good cape. Darren has such a cool light-out style, says Amy. Yes, she does. Oh, love that bent leg. So much room for personal taste in the hobby, says Ari. Yes, very much so. And that's what makes it kind of awesome, because everybody will have a different flavor and a different opinion on different things, and that's what makes it super cool, because you can kind of evolve, and there's like a niche for everybody. There's people that really like the zombie horses, and there's people that really like the decorator stuff, and there's people that really like angry things, and there's people that really like the pretty cute adorable things, and there's people that like the little caricature-y things. Like, there's everything, and that's why it's cool, because we can sit in this hobby and like and appreciate everything, even if we don't like it and appreciate it ourselves. Katie says my husband loves black licorice, and then I question our marriage. Yes, it's like olives, pineapple, and pickles on a pizza. Not for everybody. Yeah, Moody does really, really cool stuff. So, and she considered the feel of it in the whole grand scheme of things. I did have more stickers from Darren to show, because she sent me things. So she painted some of my medallions and then made stickers of them. So I got some copies. And fruits. I think some of these are actually going back up for sale soon, because they got kind of lost in the crazy of Briarfest, and I didn't show them like I was supposed to. Bad me. This guy. And more Tallulah. I got to see Tallulah in person. Tallulah was epic in person. Much, much to like. Oh, and there's a monthly one in there somewhere. Where'd it go? Hold on. Gotta find it. Ah! Oh! And Horgs and Forks. These guys were fun. So this is a very subjective thing. We went to the show, and all the Horgs and the Forgs went out because Haley, Darren, and myself have them. This guy's mine. And we put them on the table, and the judge was horrified. There was no chance in heck the judge was ever going to place our poor little Horgs and Forgs. But you know what? Doesn't matter, because we love them. That's how it works. So this is the monthly sticker for Augusta. It has a lovely little bum stripe. Very cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these stickers. I have 5 million stickers. But I will do a sticker giveaway with some of the ones that I got from Darren sometime soon, because I got extras for you guys so that I could give them away and make people happy with stickers. I did get a very, very lovely thing in the mail as well that I have not told the person that sent it that I received it. Oh, no! And there's a box upstairs that I forgot to bring downstairs. But I went to the post office and I picked up this crazy holographic envelope. I was like, what is that? I love the envelope. It's crazy. I don't understand. And then it was from Ilana Ostrar, and Ilana has a studio on Facebook, and does amazing model horse work, does amazing artwork, and I opened up the package and I teared up a little bit because he's my turbo. Look how cute he is. Let's see my ring light. She did an amazing job. So he's done in pencil, colored pencil. And that is his scruffiness. So I guess she was contacted by Laura Brown, like a lot of you were for Briarfast for the raffle, and she said, send me a picture of Turbo and I'll send her a artwork. So super amazing. You can find her on Facebook at Ilana's, so ILANA apostrophe S custom horse studio for the model horse version, and then ILANAOSTRAR on Instagram, and I can show you guys that in a minute. I will just put him back so he doesn't get wrecked. But that was very sweet, and thank you so much. I don't actually have any. I've got a little sculpture version of Turbo and a teapot version of Turbo, but I don't have any pictures up in my house of Turbo. And I don't have any paintings or artworks of Turbo, so thank you. And it also came with super sparkle holographic freaking Lisa Frank stickers, which I need to find and get more of, because those are awesome. And then I got a Briarfest mug in the mail as well from Elizabeth Freeman. And it came with, this is the box I forgot upstairs because I was running around like a crazy person this morning. It is full of amazing stuff from Maine. So Haley did some of my pickups. I got a peanutine, but I didn't want to burden her further because she had limited space in her packing to take things home. But I asked for Elizabeth to pick up the mug, and the mug is like a soup bowl. It's huge, and I didn't realize that she was going to send a whole bunch of other goodies. So there's like a stuffy lobster, there's a whole bunch of treats, there's lobster candy, Maine cookie cutter. I'll have to show it on the next stream, because if I ran upstairs it would take me too long to do that and bring it down. So I apologize to Elizabeth for not having that down here. Taxes. Damn taxes. Taking up my life and my brain. But yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know that there was any other rando updates. I do have sagas that are shipping as well, to people on the ship list for that. And if you're looking for where you are in the saga queue, let Laura Brown know, and she will be able to tell you whereabouts that is. I'm working through orders that I think were originally listed to ship a little bit back, but they should be going out fairly quickly once I get them put on the ship list, and then that invoice paid for. They are going out fairly reasonably fast, up to this last batch, which was a little bit messed up with the whole everybody stop, we gotta do taxes. It's like, freeze. Yeah, because I don't need them causing more trouble in life. That would not be fun. So yeah, there's that. I will check and see if there's any comments on the stuff. Hopefully you guys don't. My poor rants, I feel bad. Just ranty about hobby stuff. Show it next week. I will show it next week. Ellen, you missed a lot. We were talking about ranty things. You can go back and watch it later, though. It's okay. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube, but not Instagram. So if you want to check it out, the replay, if you missed bits. I will have Medallion Club Peaks maybe starting next week. Or by next stream. Let's say safely by next stream. Hold on. Hold for processing. So yeah, and I'll get to show you awesomeness there. And there's a special sticker that'll be going out in those boxes. It's a little bit different from the usual. So hopefully you enjoy those. I will have lots of treats in the boxes as per usual, and then the new anniversary medallion will start going out. It's not done yet, so if it doesn't go out with the medallions, it'll go out very shortly after the normal medallions, but I'll be shipping things separate because I know we have quite a few people that signed up right away for the club that are in this batch for, they've been there for many, many years. It's very nice. Hopefully I keep making you awesome things that you love. So on that note, I will let you guys go. When I come back next time, hopefully I will have the Second Chance Briarfest stuff, and there's something else, and I can't remember what it is. It'll be a surprise. And I'll show you the cool box of Maine deliciousness that I'll probably have half eaten by then. So, I will see you then. I love you guys. Thank you for tolerating my rants and helping spread hobby awesomeness. Remember, we don't feed trolls. If you want to feed them and you feel bad for them, just feed them love and goodness, not negative attention, because they thrive off of that. It's like their soul food. Yeah, what else? Collect the ponies that you love because they're awesome. Share the hobby awesome because it's awesome. I will end on 2 more things that I forgot because I just remembered. There was a non-hobby person that we know in our lives with a daughter that is a non-hobby person. Both love horses, and the other day they came over before the show, and I told them, come see the studio. You guys like horses? Like, she'd just gotten her first rideable horse not too long ago, and it's her own very own trained quarter horsey dude that's super awesome. His name's Ginger Beef. And so they came down to the studio, and their eyeballs went boop. Because I was like, have you heard of Briar horses? And they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, let me show you something. Come here. So I'm showing them, they walk in the studio, and the mom goes, you are the coolest person we've ever met. Which, as a weird outcast horse person, isn't normally something that I hear very often. So I'll take it. They looked around and they're like, this is so neat. So I was showing them how customs work and how briars work, and that you can paint and make tack and make props and learn different colors and etch things and customize and change one horse into another horse or just do its hair or whatever. So they're like, didn't even understand what was going on. So I said that there was a show coming up in Bassano, which is our local place where shows are held generally in Alberta, in a couple weeks. And so they decided to come to the show. She came to the show. She had another hobbyist that gave her a model for free, and people that were so willing to show them their tables and kind of explain how the horse stuff worked. And they were there for kind of the callbacks at the end of the day. So there's all these crazy horses on the table, and they were just thought this was the coolest thing. And the girl had the biggest smile on her face, and she's not really a smiley person, but I caught it a couple of times. And the mom was just like, how do we get involved? Like, I want to customize things. I want to paint things. So I gave her a couple of ponies, and her brain tried to process all the stuff. So she went home and immediately was like painting things, and I want to make tack for them, and I want to do this, and I'm going to clear my shelves, and I'm putting models up there. And it's like, for a girl that has been bullied a lot at school and doesn't quite fit in and is that horse girl that, everybody kind of thinks is weird. I'm like, welcome home. Come here, meet these people, right? And this is what it's about. Like, it rejuvenated between the silliness and seeing friends and making new friends and introducing somebody new to the hobby that, is kind of struggling in life. This is why we do this. This is the magic. This is what, spread the message to the people. There's the serious part of the hobby, and then there's the heart of the hobby. And I don't think the heart of the hobby and the serious part of the hobby always line up. So, go out, introduce people to the awesome, appreciate the awesome, because not everybody gets to find that thing or that place in life where they feel like they can just walk in and belong. And we do. We got it. We're lucky. We're lucky. It's just, art, horses, magic, all these people. Ah! Like, so good. I will never stop saying it. So, on that note, I'm going to show you Ilana's stuff, and then I will take off. So I have to remove Instagram for this. Hold on. It's Instagram. Say hi. Hello. They can't see it. I'll flip you guys around, and then I will put you guys on the men. Oh, you can see all my stuff. So, this is Ilana's Custom Model Horse Studio. She's the one that did the awesome turbo portrait. She's got some really cool stuff for sale. There's some more pet portraits. Some sagas. There's a Valkyrie. More sagas. And Parthos. Some cool funky customs too. I love the guinea pig. It makes my life so happy. Look at his little beard. Instagram, same thing. I will pull it down for you guys to see. La la la. So go there if you would like to see our stuff. But super awesome, super kind human. Go check out her stuff. And her little piglet. Do it. Do it. Look at him. Look at him go. Ah, he's got a bray on. Okay. On that note, I gotta go before my brain explodes with the cute of the piggles. So I will say goodbye. So long. Farewell. Thank you for all the fish. And I will see you